up, guys? It's hump day. Happy Wednesday. And I am back with another quick quip from the Anti-Planner, which was given to me by someone I met. It says how to get shit done when you don't feel like it. Created by Danny Donovan. So I probably would have never bought this, but it's super cute. It's the Anti-Planner, so obviously it's the opposite of the calendar, the actual planner. I know, I'm old school. I have like physical calendars and books. I just get annoyed because we do enough on the phones and technology, and I'm like, okay, it's really good to write with your hand. Like, it actually helps you with your right side of your brain, your creativity, creative flow, helping ideas flow, instead of always being on the left brain side, right? So this section is called Overwhelmed, and it's on page 116. And you can go on anti-planner.com if you want more information. Check it out. It came out in 2022. So anti-planner.com. And this one is about batching. It says blast through repetitive tasks. I can't talk shit. Step by step. Still working on that. Coffee. Yeah, so it's funny because I've heard of batching before, and we know that word batch, like different jobs that you've had, depending on what it is. Maybe they're like, make sure you do batching and make sure you're batching it, whether you're doing something like manufacturing or retail, for example. I have heard that and experienced that. But also just with ADHD life, around the house, for work, personal, it is a way, I guess, some kind of personal system and like personal program you can utilize whenever you want. So it's just grouping and completing like more repetitive steps or tasks in bunches instead of like a step-by-step linear process. And I do it and I don't even realize what I'm doing. So it's very natural when you get in your ADHD creative flow. That's how I explain it. It works best for multi-step tasks containing similar subtasks, multiple projects with repetitive processes. Like, that's a fancy way of just saying you have like a bunch of shit you need to do, right? How it works: determine steps required for each task, complete the first step for all the tasks, and then start on the second step, and then continue until all the tasks are completed. When you hear that, I mean, I'm not trying to criticize what she's doing here, because this is very much helping more left brain people, more, systematic people who have ADHD. There's people with more left brain and people with more right brain capabilities and strengths. And I have been both. I'm all the people. I've been on both sides, and I would say I'm just really crushing it more on the right side now because I'm not doing as many left brain like tasks. I'm able to let my creative process flow and the creative flow, and I finally have discovered how to trust myself and my intuition with that. So that's why I'm more on that side. And you can determine pretty easily which side you're on. There's a bunch of like quizzes and tests you can take online for, are you more left or right brain, right? So it even goes into like your linear process compared to batching. I like how she did that though, or he, but I think it's a she. The linear process says doing individual tasks in order, like in the bedroom, living room, office. Pick up the trash, pick up the dishes, pick up the clothes, clean surfaces. And then in batching, it's like doing tasks in sets. So if it's time to pick up the trash, you go to each room, from the bedroom to the kitchen to the living room to the office, and you're picking up all the trash, right? This seems like a no-brainer. But I know for a lot of people with ADHD or even autism, maybe OCD, different, I was going to call it conditions, different frames of mind, different states of mind, basically. You can get more hung up in like, oh, I have to do it this way. and like making up rules for yourself. I know I've done it most of my life, and I finally have gotten healed and broken free from it. So it's really liberating when you can either set up a process like this and be like, I'm doing batching, or you can get in a creative flow and trust your intuition more and just kind of flow through. And before you know it, you're gonna be like, I did some batching, I didn't even know. That's me. I definitely do the trash like that all at once, instead of being like, I'm in the kitchen, do the trash, clean the surface. No, I get annoyed too with certain things. I'm sure you guys can relate, like where I am staying right now. I'm having annoyance with cleaning the kitchen counter and like cleaning the floor because it is constantly dirty up in here, and it's like kind of amazing. I'm not trying to criticize. It's just really mind blowing because I'll like clean something and then I turn around and it's dirty again. And I'm like, it's a cosmic joke for me right now. So I'm not used to that when I have my place. It's just not something I've noticed unless I'm somewhere else. So the same thing with like picking up clothes. They're like, you know, this is probably the one thing I'm not really good at, because it says pick up clothes from your bedroom and then living room, office. And some people would be like, why would you have clothes anywhere else but your bedroom and the laundry room, right? If you have a laundry room instead of a laundry closet. But yeah, we have like 3 or 4 laundry baskets here, and it's just kind of a joke the way we do laundry. I have been guilty of having to rewash clothes because I didn't put it in the dryer soon enough, that kind of stuff, which doesn't really bother me as much as it does other people. I think it used to bother me. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And now I'm just like, who cares? Like, throw a couple new things in there and be like, look, I'm washing a whole new thing. It doesn't matter. I have absolute grace and kindness for myself now, like my self-love, my self-journey, my healing journey, and I will send you that as well and hope that you can come to grips with having ultimate self-love for yourself, because it really changes your life and for the better. So similarly, like I'll say a linear process would be in the office. Pick up the trash, pick up any clothes that were left in there, clean surfaces, do this, do that. And then over here, it's like, no, we're going to clean all the surfaces, go from the office to the kitchen to the bedroom, blah, 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 and just be like, I did that. So that you're like, oh my God, what did I forget? What did I not do? And it totally makes sense. And yeah, you guys can totally check that out. On the other side, it's, I guess she's like labeling. She's very artistic, or whoever helped her with this illustration has like labeling, not just color coding, but designs from shading to line art to flat color to flower graphics, star graphics, like using fancy, like this is really beautiful, but I'm like, okay, does she mean you're an artist and you're gonna create all these in batches, or you're gonna like use and like try to draw this for your label? I mean, that's a whole other ball game in my opinion. But now you've been fully introduced to the batching process, really helping with ADHD folks out there, and what that looks like compared to a more linear process. And yeah, you guys can check it out. I am so thankful that I think I'm doing it half and half. I'm naturally doing it, I think, like in the kitchen and downstairs, but I'm not, because there's stairs here, I'm not running up and down the stairs all the time following. So I feel like I'm halfway batching it. That sounds kind of cool, but let me know if you guys do this on purpose, or if you try this out and you're like, oh my God, this changed my life. So have a great day, guys.